as friends, family and authorities search for 16-year-old Kiely Rodni, who vanished after a party at a campground in Northern California. The Prosser County Sheriff's Office has said they are treating her disappearance as an abduction right now. Rodni was last seen at the Prosser Family Campground around 12:30 a.m. on Saturday, according to the Sheriff's Office. This case is creating lots of interest amongst the YouTube crime sleuths. Just like Dylan Round and Aidan Clune, everyone has a theory as well as a PayPal for their channel. The latter I say with much sarcasm. Let's cut to the chase and go to the timeline along with a few other observations. Stay watching as I will disclose what happened to Kiely Rodni. On August 5th, surveillance footage captured Rodni at a local business wearing a black bodysuit and Dickies pants 6 hours before her disappearance. Later that day, Rodni, an early high school graduate, attended an end-of-the-summer party with friends from high school near the Prosser Family Campground in Tahoe National Park. Locals call the area the campground. The party in question quickly snowballed from a mere high school function to a gathering of some 300 individuals aged anywhere from teenagers to young adults, and even older adults in some cases. Those in attendance report that drugs and alcohol were both present at the party, and officials are currently scouring for any video footage or photographs that may contain evidence of a fight that took place that night. Rodni, according to her friend and fellow recent graduate Sammy Smith, had enough to drink to become intoxicated. Smith went on to say that she does not believe Rodni would have been able to drive in her current state. Rodni sends her mother a message at 11:30 p.m. expressing her intention to depart the campground at 12:15 a.m. August 6th. The 16-year-old's family lives about 10 miles away from the campground at a lodge south of town. According to authorities, Rodni speaks with friends and family shortly after midnight on August 6th. Her phone turns off around 12:33 a.m. that morning. It last pinged near the Prosser Family Campground within Tahoe National Forest before it turns off. Rodni has gone missing, and the Prosser County Sheriff's Office has released a statement concerning her disappearance. Additionally, they have stated that Rodni's car, a 2013 silver Honda CR-V with California license plate 8YUR127, is also missing. August 7th. The Prosser County Sheriff's Office sets up a tip line for information leading to Rodni's whereabouts. Officials also start a massive search for the missing 16-year-old near the Prosser Family Campground. The Prosser County Sheriff's Office says they are investigating a possible abduction because the girl's SUV was also unaccounted for. August 8. Authorities follow up on tips and continue to scour the campground area with a Falcon 30 helicopter. Multiple law enforcement agencies from Northern California and Nevada, which borders the area, are collaborating in the search. The FBI is also involved. Friends have come forward to reveal teen's last known footsteps in possible abduction case. The Prosser County Sheriff's Office Air Operations crew flies over the Interstate 80 corridor between Donner Summit and the Nevada state line, as well as around the Prosser Lake area. August 9th, search crews scoured Lake Prosser by boat as a land-based search party gathered near the shoreline. The Sheriff's Office received more than 100 tips related to Rodni's whereabouts, but none of them led to her or her vehicle's location. There were 77 law enforcement personnel assigned to the case. August 10th. During a joint news briefing Wednesday afternoon, police from multiple agencies plead with more party attendees to come forward with any information they may have. They say they have received a large amount of video from the party, but no clues that have led them to Rodni's whereabouts. The search now includes several aircraft, including helicopters and airplanes flying in formation above, dive teams, and all-terrain vehicles, including four-wheelers, trikes, and dirt bikes. There are currently search dogs present and over 100 members of law enforcement, including members of the FBI, who are mainly focusing their attention on Campsite 4. In a joint statement, the Prosser County and Nevada County Sheriff's Office say they have assigned 265 personnel to the case. The number of tips received climbs to more than 300, tripling Tuesday's total. Investigators say they have still not recovered any items they believe belong to Rodni, and they are still searching for witnesses who saw Rodni physically leave the campground party. August 11th. The FBI lists Rodni as a missing person and releases a poster sharing information about the 16-year-old. The Placer County Sheriff's Office announces that it has activated the Code Red emergency alert system. We have about an 80% enrollment for Nevada County, so out of our 100,000 residents, that message should hit about 80,000 residents, Nevada County Sheriff's Office Captain Sam Brown says of the Code Red alert during a Thursday afternoon press conference. Investigators say that the search for the whereabouts of Rodni has been tough as she disappeared about a month ago with no clues left behind. With the help of over 220 law enforcement personnel and 500 tips from anonymous people, officials are still struggling to find her. Counties have been offering their help too, in hopes of finding the girl. So far, the only evidence found near the Prosser Family Campground has been collected and bagged by the investigators. August 12th. The Placer County Sheriff's Office reports that they have received more than 900 tips in connection to Rodni's disappearance. Investigators are still searching for the 16-year-old or any sign of her vehicle. Search dogs, aircraft, and multiple law enforcement vehicles arrive at the campground on Friday morning to follow up on leads and evidence found from the day before. Officials close off an area of the campground where evidence is being collected in hopes of locating Kiely and her car. Rodni is described as being 5'7" and approximately 118 pounds. She has blonde hair and hazel eyes. She has a tattoo on her ribs of the number 17. She has a nose ring and several other piercings. She drives a silver 2013 Honda CR-V with California license plate 8YUR127. It has a small ram's head sticker on the back window, under the rear wiper blade. Anyone with information is asked to call the Placer County Sheriff's Office's dedicated tip line at 530-581-6320. Callers can remain anonymous. Those with photos and videos that may assist with the investigation into Rodni's disappearance can submit them to officials here. The family is offering a $50,000 reward for Kiely's return. That is the basics. Not much has changed in the last few days, except a weird interview with Kiely's supposed boyfriend Jasper and her supposedly best friend Sammy. That interview creates a lot of questions. Jasper says, "I definitely feel like that in this current situation that she's safe. I don't know where she is, we don't have anything to go off of at this point. But I fully believe that she's alive and well, and I fully believe that the two of us, three of us, or other people are going to bring her home safe." Really, Jasper? You know more than the FBI. So why did these two friends invite Fox News for this exclusive interview? Friends of Kiely say that she had no present boyfriend. So when you investigate on social media, you find that her best friend Sammy isn't following Kiely and Kiely's not following Sammy. Best friends are always following each other on social media. Very strange. Where's her car? A crowd of 300 with very few selfies and videos of the party are not forthcoming. Really, everyone takes selfies at parties. Someone at that party has the key. Who was the last person Kiely talked to? And what group was she hanging out with? It's not like she would be talking to the nearest tree. Someone knows something. Is it you?